Hi folks, this is a supplemental video for solving radical equations. And I really just want to do this separately because this really is an advanced problem, something that you might see, you wouldn't see it in in-class assessment. It might be like an extra credit problem, like a take-home, something like that, where you actually have time to look at it, maybe you can confer with your friends. But anyways, it may be obvious why this is a bit different. If you notice here, we have two separate terms with radicals, and we have another term over here. So it's going to be hard for me to isolate both radicals at the same time, unlike one of the other problems that we did earlier in the first lesson. So, but I am going to follow the process of isolate a radical, square both sides, and I'm going to repeat that process. And let's see how this turns out. So it doesn't matter which radical we isolate. We could isolate either one of these. I'm going to isolate the x plus 1. So I'm going to subtract the square roots of x. So I have that radical right there isolated. I'm going to go ahead and square both sides. And the right side's nice and easy. This is just going to be x plus 1, right? That just unwraps beautifully. On the left side, this is not nearly so nice. This is not as simple as 3 squared minus x, right? It's not just 9 minus x. We have to FOIL that out. So when we do that, I'm actually going to do this out the long way. 3 minus the square root of x times 3 minus the square root of x. And I'm going to get 9 minus 3 square roots of x minus another 3 square roots of x. So that's minus 6 square roots of x. And I'm going to get a plus x. So I'm back to where we were in a previous problem where we had a radical and we had some other stuff, right? So I'm going to repeat this process. I'm going to isolate a radical. I'm going to square both sides. I'm going to move that x across there. That's going to cancel those x's actually out rather nicely. And I'm going to get negative 6 times the square root of x equals, let's see, over here I get 1 minus 9 is negative 8. So I'm going to do a little cleanup before I square both sides. I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 1. Let me make both those positive. And that's really it. That's all the cleanup I'm going to do at this point. I could divide both sides by 6, but then I get a fraction over on the right side. So I'm just going to go ahead and square both sides at this point. And just be careful, you have to square the 6 as well, right? So I'm going to get 36x equals 64. And now I'm really kind of home free here. A little division. I'm going to simplify this, and that's about it. Let's see, 4 goes into both of these. I guess I could have simplified the 6 and the 8 beforehand, but I didn't do that. So it looks like, what do we get on this? 16 over 9, it looks like. So anyways, I really just want to take this time separately to show you this a little more difficult problem, and the fact that you have to square both sides twice, right? We squared once at the beginning, we isolated the square root of x plus 1, and then we squared, and then we isolated again down here, all right, way down here at the end, and we squared both sides. So a little more advanced problem that we have here. All right, thanks for your time, and have a good day.